Freestyle, a tail wagging it. The dog is hunting now.
You know, she's fairly new to the sport, but she's doing a great job. She's picking it up where she needs to. The momentum, she's getting it. She's getting the big air. She's attacking the track. You know, let's see what she's got out here tonight in Syracuse.
You know, the way the sport works and the scheduling, different years, different teams travel together. I think she has benefited from, in essence, traveling the same schedule as Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger team. She's picked up a lot.
You absolutely do. You know, when you travel around these other teams and watch these other drivers, that's how I learned to drive, is from watching, observing. I didn't get to practice. I didn't get to test. I didn't get to do this. I got in the truck and drove it from watching, and that's what she's doing here. She did test, she practiced, but now she's learning not only from her mistakes, but other people's mistakes.
Plenty of time still left for Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo. The score to beat, again, is the 22, posted by Cody Saucier and Monster Energy.
She's got a decent run going here, nice little slap wheelie, but she's going to have to pick it up. That momentum that Cody Saucier had carried the week before was unreal, man, and she's going to have to pick it up. That's not what we wanted to see right there either.
Yeah, if you were with us last time, the big difference in the run so far was that kind of rapid-fire move-to-move that Cody was able to perfect and gave Monster Energy the lead. And she's had some big moves, but not in the rapid-fire succession we saw from Monster Energy as Scooby-Doo goes into BKT Tires bonus time.
Going big.
That's her best leap so far. A couple of very impressive combinations. And now some big air to go with it.
I think the transmission's not, the shifter's knocked back in first gear, it sounds like. And you can hear it resonating like the guys have talked about. That dome, man, it really resonates in there.
Yeah, the sound of this place is incredible when Monster Jam comes to town. There's no doubt about that. All right, she'll fill bonus time, too. It's been a real breakthrough year for her in freestyle. Of course, she became the first woman ever to successfully land a backflip at the Monster Jam World Finals. So that's a big feather in her cap.
She's taking on a pretty big course right now. The ramps, like many have mentioned, they're not quite as tall as what we normally do, but the dirt crew is steepening way up, man. So you can get huge air off of these jumps, even though they're just a few feet shorter. I honestly like it. Just like Dawn said earlier in the last episode, it gives you a lot more confidence. You hit things faster, you get bigger air, and it's just awesome.
Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo on the regulation clock. That's 90 seconds in length. If she fills it, she's offered another 30 seconds of bonus time that can add up to 5 points to the score. And look at that.
Big, nice combos, kind of cross thread. They get a lot of different angles and variety, like she said. This track is not only just one ramp, one way. It's one ramp with 10 ways. It's awesome. I really love a good combination course like this.
Clock ticking down in regulation time for the popular Scooby-Doo truck.
Keeping pretty good momentum, nice air, good solid run for sure.
Yeah, the flow is nice, some nice combinations from Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo.
She's getting down in time. She needs a good wow factor right now to really bring it home for the judges.
Yeah, and you want to do it here, taking it in to bonus time. Nice leap there. Now BKT Tires bonus time gives her a chance to really add some more to the scoreboard.
Look at this, right there, big air. That's what we're talking about. Breaks the truck, huge air though, Scott.
Now in this case, again, you can see the tether's holding the wheel on. If she can continue, they will let her do so because there's not a safety issue here.
Absolutely not. She's trying her hardest, but the tether's kind of holding her back a little bit right now. If she can get that wheel the rest of the way off, she might be able to put something together to cap this run.
Crawling.
Right, which is, she's got motorsport experience already, which helps.
MonsterJamSuperstore.com. That's where you go for all your Monster Jam gear. No matter which truck is your favorite, you're going to find toys and T-shirts, and just all kinds of stuff. Check it out, including some unique things you don't necessarily see at the shows. Log on and check it out. Again, everybody's got to, what does it do to the early lineup, Linsey? And I know you don't go early anymore these days as good of a freestyler as you become. But when you see Outlaw put up a number that big, I guess you got two options. You could be inspired, or you can say, how am I going to beat that?
It's a combination, Scott, of being inspired and scared. How do I go out there and match it? You know, the crowd's got an expectation of what they want to see now. Thanks to Harper, he set the bar so high that all these people are I don't know. It's tough to explain as a driver, but really you got to go out there and lay it on the line the whole time.
Of course, we saw earlier this year on Fox Sports 1, Nicole Johnson becoming the first female to land a backflip at the Monster Jam World Finals.
She nailed it perfect.
Yeah, that's a real badge of honor for her, for sure, especially with the great female drivers we have.
Yep, good for her. She's doing good. She's got a good pace. She's going to go here and finish up strong.
Again, this is a really good run, but it's not going to eclipse Outlaw. At least not if I'm judging. You just saw, yep, she did over. 3 ladies in this competition. Nicole Johnson coming out in Scooby-Doo. And you know that she's got to be a combination, Adam, of excited and terrified looking at this course. And by the way, I'm also going to try to keep track as we go how many the trucks win and how many the track wins. And right now the track's up 2-0.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, man. It's going to be tough to conquer, and it's intimidating for me. I've been doing it, been around it my whole life, and I can't imagine how Nicole feels at this time.
Oh, it's crazy, Adam. I know when I was looking at this track before the event started, it's impossible to pick a line. You almost have to start in one corner and hope for the best.
She's doing a great job so far, keeping her cool, surviving the track right now, trying to out-survive the track, and it's working for her. Got a nice donut cutting in there right now.
Yeah, the truck seems to be working good for her. You know, that Scooby-Doo team's been working hard all year. They've had a couple of rough outings, but they've had a good year all in all, so it's good to see Nicole out here actually getting the better of the track.
Here she goes. She's setting up. What she got going on here? Nice cross thread right into another obstacle, man. This track is relentless.
Adam, as you notice, there's no flat places to land. I mean, everything's an up, down, angle, left, right. It's crazy. It's something like we've never seen.
She's doing great, though, man. You know, she's playing it a little bit safe, but it's working for her. She's conquering the track right now.
Yeah, you see when she moves up these next obstacles here, she almost gets her a chance to kind of gather herself. And a nice little step up there on the backside of that.
Score to beat 15.5. Man of Steel's the leader, and Scooby-Doo is giving us kind of a run that, frankly, early on, if she fills the clock, is going to take over.
Well, you know, Sue Scott, when you go out this early in the field, you know, your job is just to finish your time, you know, because there's a lot of trucks after you, and you can't really win unless you finish your time.
She's in there. She's filling the time right now, going for a ride on the inside of the truck. It looks a little rough. It's beating around a little bit, but she's still getting it out there.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job of changing it up. She hasn't done the same thing twice yet at all, and, you know, she's doing a nice job of crossing it, and actually some of her rock crawling experience is kicking in here.
It is so interesting as we look around. I'm looking off camera right now. I apologize to the fans, but I got to mention to them that everywhere you see a driver, some up in the lounge area, some back along the pit road lane, everybody's eyes are locked. Whoa, wait a minute. And they wanted to see what everybody's going to do. Nicole Johnson. And that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's eyes are on her. And how about that? How about this for World Finals history, gentlemen? That is the first time a female has landed a backflip successfully. Here comes Nicole Johnson, Scooby-Doo. Boy, were her lines long at the party in the pits today. Again, another driver who was not that far down the road, native of Las Vegas.
It'll be interesting to see what Nicole does here with the Scooby-Doo truck. Going this early in the field, a lot of the ramps still have the paint on them, so you can still kind of see what direction they're going to point you.
First stadium event for Scooby-Doo and Nicole since they competed at Monster Jam World Finals 16 in that 32-truck freestyle competition. Into some cyclones.
Yeah, it's good to see the cyclone early in the run, because sometimes you see them late in the run, but this is good. A nice, it splits it up a little bit, you know. She had some nice hits right out of the gate, worked right into the cyclone. Nice little transition there into the tabletop, little step up. Oh, you see, Scooby lost his collar.
Current leader is the Patriots. Score to beat at 25. 30 seconds remaining on the regulation clock.
Working the middle of the floor here now over the crush cars. Really nice job spread it out here for Nicole Johnson in the Scooby-Doo truck.
Well, big floor, plenty of room. You got to plan. You don't want to get lost. And right now, there she goes. Let's see. Got to get back to something pretty quick.
Yeah.
Do a lot of driving around. It doesn't help you.
Yeah, this floor is it's very sneaky. You can easily get lost out there if you're not careful.
2-1. Let's take it to bonus time for Scooby-Doo.
Scott, I'm still waiting for the big, the big wow factor, the big air hit here. It's a real consistent, clean run, but it's, let's see what we got here. Okay, there you go. Nice 45. Very nice work by Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo.
Again, bonus time is 30 seconds where you can add up to 5 points to your regulation score.
And speaking from first-hand experience, Scott, that clock goes by fast. Time goes by so fast when you're out there. I think that's kind of what Nicole's run into here. But near the end of her run hasn't given us that big air hit yet. Let's see if it comes up here. There we go. Nice little step up onto the crush cars. And nice one.
Quite possibly has had the year of her life in Monster Jam.
The first thing that I see when she comes out of the gate is a 100% change from her driving style. I mean, coming out of the gate like that, waking the fans up, letting them know that she's here, and especially here in Scooby-Doo.
Well, it makes you wonder, too, if she spent a little time over at Monster Jam University with Tom Mentz, getting some tips and some pointers from the professor himself. And the way it looks, the massive air she's come out with this year, the momentum and the quality of her runs have gone through the roof. So you got to hand it to Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo.
To be honest with you, I haven't really seen her runs in a long time. And to me, it's almost like this isn't Nicole, but she's changed so much. She's learned so much from everybody at Monster Jam University and just trying to tweak her runs here and there. She's keeping the momentum up. It's almost an illusion if you can keep the sound of the motor up higher so the fans know that you're doing something. And Nicole's doing a great job here.
And she had a spectacular run at this year's Monster Jam World Finals. I think you were there too. Won the racing championship of the weekend. But I can't say enough about this year for Nicole Johnson, who seems to have excelled beyond what I think a lot of people thought would have happened in such a short time. 20 seconds left here in regulation. Remember, 90 seconds regulation where you get a possible total score of 40, then a 30-second bonus where you can get a total of 5 points. Max score 45 with 5 seconds left here in Nicole Johnson's freestyle.
She is all over the track. I mean, it's awesome. It's what a fan wants to see because she's keeping her momentum up, and that's key, Ryan. And I love this close-up shots, these donuts that she's doing, because it almost looks like you can see through the windshield and the side windows that she's so calm. That's great air right there, man.
And the momentum from going from trick to ramp, it has just been non-stop awesome from Nicole Johnson here in Scooby-Doo.
I can tell right now, Ryan, that she's starting to ride the brakes a little bit. The front rotor is starting to glow, and you see a little bit of sparks here and there. Nothing to worry about, completely safe. It's just getting the brake pads hot. That's the air she needed right there.
Nicole Johnson, Scooby-Doo finishes up beat.
Getting into Scooby-Doo. That's a big hit out there. And
Wow, nice
there,
shot.
big air out of the gate.
Nicole Johnson, World Finals veteran, getting it started. She's airing this thing out, Cole.
Backed it up with another one, man.
Strong start for Scooby-Doo's Nicole Johnson. Lost the name tag, but I don't think it's going to hurt you. I am really impressed with her big air assault to start this thing off. This is as strong as we've seen, at least for the first 45 seconds of a run.
Yes, it is. John's getting nervous up there.
Yeah, because the other problem is when she runs like this, the truck is so naturally popular and the crowd just loves it. Well, that's got to influence the judges. The louder these fans get, believe me, those 6 who have the cards in their hands, they know. Which is how it should be.
And she's keeping on that gas, too. She's keeping that throttle and the noise up to where she's got a good run going.
Can she continue this now for the rest of regulation and take it into BKT Tires bonus time? She's got 30 more seconds here and then 30 a bonus to do it. Again, Monster and Mutt, the leader. Guess it's the day for the dog so far because Scooby-Doo coming after the Mutt, and she's aired it out again.
Yeah,
This is an outstanding run.
You know, now's where you got to start going a little faster between obstacles and hitting more, getting a little more out of control to keep the crowd out of control.
Yeah, you don't want the crowd in control. You want them out of control. Nicely put. BKT Tires bonus time on an impressive run from Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo. Can she get some bonus points? That's going to help her. You got to get bonus points if you want to win at this level, and she's going to have the chance to pick up a couple here. Thoroughly impressed with this performance by Nicole Johnson from Scooby-Doo. As the clock winds down on BKT bonus time, the question is, how much do the judges love it? She certainly is in the conversation for possibly getting the lead from John Zimmer. You see the stadium lit up as red. Now the run's over, and an amazing save.
Jam's rising stars
go back 365 days, I think that's the exact number. This was probably the breakout performer for Monster Jam World Finals 17. Her freestyle, nobody saw it coming. But she's already gone through the wet and the mud. And again, I think it's going to slow her down a little bit.
And she wasn't able to quite get the momentum to launch off that ramp right there. So let's get her thoughts going into tonight's freestyle.
Freestyle, I just go with what feels right. I try to plan my first hit or two, depending on, the possibilities of where I might end up. And I like to interact with the fans in the beginning, give them a little tail wag and just get everybody built up. And then I drive by the seat of my pants.
And every week this year on the FS1 East Championship Series, she'll get more competitive, not only in racing, but in freestyle too. And I gotta say, I'm a fan of Brianna Mahon.
Yeah, she has really come a long way very, very quickly. Really still a total newcomer to the sport, but she has just grasped it very, very quickly and has really been competitive.
And is on a great run right now too. Lots of floor coverage. She's, I'm pretty sure, hit just about every face of every ramp here, and the momentum has been awesome too.
Yeah, and she's one who will study what the others do, and then, like she said, just try and incorporate thinking about that as she goes out and just really lets it rip. And, that's kind of what you got to do. This track is laid out where you can get lost, but as long as you keep attacking and going to the different elements and different possibilities that are there, like this backflip, you're going to do well. A lot of no's, but she lands it.
And the freestyle run continues for Brianna Mahon and Scooby-Doo. 26 seconds left in freestyle.
Now she wants to really finish big. Backflip under her belt. Nice air, good positioning on that sky wheelie, and gets the nose down.
The question is, what can you pull out of the hat right now that these fans have yet to see in freestyle?
How about 2 backflips? That'll help.
Going for
How
the
about a corkscrew? She tried it too.
Second attempt tonight.
crime dog, Steven Sims in Scooby-Doo.
Although he hasn't been around long, he's learned so much from his dad. He's such a wild and crazy driver. He always goes big, and you never know if he's going to fill that 2 minutes.
I started Monster Jam about the same time as Steven Sims did, so it's awesome seeing someone else coming up in the ranks. And you know, when he walks in the door, he's quiet, he's humble, he's for the most part to himself. But once he gets behind that wheel, he's a completely different person, and he's going full throttle.
Always drives like a veteran. Already thrown some cross threads into it as well. So looks like he might have himself a big wow moment here soon if he keeps doing what he's doing.
Only has one freestyle win in stadiums to his name, but I'll never forget how emotional he was, how excited he was to get that first big win on one of these stadium championship series. I'd love to see that again tonight for him.
I couldn't imagine it. I can only wait for it, but it got some good air there too. So again, always carrying some good momentum. Loud noises, keeping that throttle rhythm up like these veterans do, and using every inch of that floor, keeping that thing wide open into the crush cars.
30 seconds left. Steven Sims in Scooby-Doo, not afraid of some air, not afraid to put on a show, and right now giving these Texas fans what they're looking for in our freestyle.
Gave Bounty Hunter a little bit of a bump there. Big air, setting that puppy on its nose. Is he gonna pull out of it? No!
That's the end of the run. The dog will take a nap. Scooby-Doo, Steven Sims.
Linsey Read, she likes to get started right away with that jump. She starts it off smooth, and that's one of her go-to moves when I see her do a freestyle run. She just gets off right in the middle of the ramp, lets it kind of air out a little bit, and starts feeling the track. And one cool thing about Linsey Read and Haley Golly both being here is that they kind of flip-flop a little bit. So Linsey Read took a year off when she had the birth of her daughter, came back and debuted in Wonder Woman, and now she's in Scooby-Doo, which is where Haley Golly debuted, and now she's in Wonder Woman. So a little flip-flop from our female superstars, but Linsey Read, phenomenal when it comes to freestyle.
Absolutely, and she gets better and better each time I watch her. And the one thing I will say about her, she's consistent. She does everything that you want her to do in that truck. So I'm really excited about her. I love what she's doing. I think she puts on a great show, and she's, like you said, a great family person. She's great with the fans. She's everything you want in a Monster Jam athlete.
And she went early in Monster Jam Freestyle back in Orlando World Finals, one of the first 3 to go, so she was able to kind of sit back and watch everybody else. So there's some pressure there for her to do that. Now she's going later in the lineup. She knows what she has to do and can sort of tailor-make her run around what Barry Moosauer did, what Taka did in Monster Energy, and now she's going to start doing that. So as she starts to square up early on in her run, you notice she starts kind of cross-threading a little bit as she gets to the bigger ramps.
Yeah, and she looks like she's having a lot of fun out there, Scott. That's what I love about watching her. She's having fun. She's evolving to this great athlete now. She's the world champion. She's put on a great run for these Tokyo fans.
And there was some controversy in Orlando with, some fans on social media kind of saying, maybe she didn't deserve to win. We like this run better. We like that run better. I was there. You were there. The right person won Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle. She has the trophy. End of story. Let her have her year. We'll come back in Orlando next year for World Finals 21. She can defend it. Somebody else can try to take it from her. But that's not the story right now. The story is Tokyo, Japan, as she tries to give Bari Musauer and Zombie a run for his money.
And she's doing just that. She's doing everything she's supposed to be doing out there. What an awesome run.
Nicely done for
Nice wheelie combo, got a slap wheelie on top of the pod, brings the 4 BKTs all the way back down to center of the truck, and then again just climbing over the pod, trying to hit everything she can. Little cross-threading action, doesn't hit the tire stack the way she probably would have wanted to, but gets some air nonetheless, and here comes Miranda Kozad again. Single log keeps the wheels rolling. Stoppy there, Stoppy combo move on the backside of the pod. That's a technical move.
That in Scooby-Doo.
A lot of room here on the deep side of the track, so you get a lot of room to accelerate, hit that throttle, and extend the truck over the pod. Now she's trying to get herself into a rhythm as she slides Scooby-Doo back on the far right. Single log jump, nice 90-degree vertical sky wheelie. Brianna Kozad also learned in this business on the Triple Threat Series. So a premier athlete set out 2021, now back behind the wheel of Scooby-Doo in 2022. Feeling the rhythm now, here comes Scooby-Doo, end over end jump, gets the front 2 tires down, and a stoppie on the backside of the pod jump. Double log stack, slides the back 2 tires across. Now pushing Scooby-Doo to the center lane, lines it up a little far to the right, still able to come down, trying for a stoppie on the backside of that one as well. Gets some airs, the tail of Scooby-Doo waving and wagging for the fans.
Freestyle champion. So if there's anybody that could take the win here away from Weston Anderson, it is this young lady right here, Linsey Read in Scooby-Doo. Out of El Paso, Texas, debuted in this truck back in 2017. She has driven quite a few trucks in her career, including Wonder Woman, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Galaxy, and then back in Scooby-Doo now on this series. She's had a great year as well. Huge sky wheelie, maybe the best one we've seen so far today. Beautiful on the landing. And now Linsey Read trying to slow down, get the angle, avoid the wall. She comes in fast, end over end jump, bounces on the edge of the pod, and lands it perfect, knows exactly where she's at. Spacing is what it's all about in these arena freestyles, knowing where you're at, leaving enough space to turn the truck, and she's got to beat a 9.517. Coming in again, Linsey Read, another huge sky wheelie, gets the back 2 wheels underneath the truck, lands it on a wheelie combo and back down on the other side. Perfect execution.
Lead by just 3. Currently Weston Anderson leads the day. Brianna Mahon straight up sky wheelie in Scooby-Doo. Back to her roots this season, started in Scooby-Doo. She's piloted some amazing trucks
including Whiplash, a truck that she debuted on a stadium series. It's been in arenas as well. Now she's back behind the wheel of Scooby-Doo, so a full circle moment this season for Brianna Mahon, who stepped away for a year, had a baby, now back in the cab of Scooby-Doo where she blows. Big time backflip as Scooby-Doo launched over the sky at Belmont Park. As she is still going. You're not stopping Brianna Mahon. She's got a little bit of time left, and now she's going to keep this thing over the pod again, spinning Scooby-Doo around.
Checks up a little bit right there. Wasn't exactly how she wanted to be, not as straight coming up that ramp. Great decision from Brianna Mahon.
She had 21 freestyle competition wins on Arena Championship Series Central, which was second only to the series winner, Weston Anderson. She finished in third on that series behind Weston and Fernando Martinez, but 21 freestyle wins from the Princess of Carnage. Absolutely fantastic in her grand return to Monster Jam.
Seemed like there was a little stutter step out of that truck. I'm not sure if she's having maybe...
She goes right from threading the needle. I'm sorry, Adam. She went right in there, went all the way through, goes for the backflip and turns it over. I'll hand it back